Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more Am I Wrong stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. I was riding an almost empty train. There were maybe 5 or 6 people in the whole carriage. I sat in a 4-seater, 2 seats on one side, 2 across, and spread out my stuff. Put my jacket on the seat across from me and put my feet on it so that the seat wouldn't get touched by my socks. If it matters, it was early in the morning and I had been wearing these socks for less than an hour. My shoes are also clean as I alternate 2 pairs daily to let them dry out between uses. A guy in his late 40s or maybe early 50s entered the train, came straight to me and said, "Move your bag." I was puzzled since there were plenty of free seats to go around. So I asked if he really wanted this particular seat and he said yes. So I picked up my bag and he plopped down next to me and I proceeded to pack my laptop, drink, jacket, put on my shoes and move to a different 4-seater. I spread out again. Before I could even get my shoes off, the dude was standing in front of me and said, "Move your bag." I asked why. He said that he wanted to sit there. I answered that he had been wanting that certain seat that I vacated for him, so I don't see why he would want to switch seats. He scoffed and explained that it was not about the specific seat, but about entitled people who think their bags deserve a seat. I told him that I moved once for him and wouldn't move again. He made a movement as if he wanted to grab my bag, and I raised my voice saying, "Don't you dare." He started lamenting about entitled people again. I told him, "I moved for you. There are hundreds of free seats on this train. Sit somewhere else." He called me an asshole and went back to his seat. Then he called someone on his phone, or acted like it, who knows, and proceeded to loudly complain about entitled bitches. To be clear, when a train fills up, I of course gather my stuff and vacate seats around me so that others can sit, but I don't see why I should let some random boss me around and invade my personal space for no reason. Dude, I agree with her because everyone does that, alright? If there's like a free seat next to them and the train is not packed at all and you can put your bags on the seat, you put your bag on the seat. But if you see someone is looking for a seat, you take your bag off the seat and then you let them sit there. That's what everyone does though. I'm so confused as to why he's mad over that when there's literally only 6 people on the whole carriage. Honestly though, I can see why if he gets mad at her for putting her feet up on the train seats, right? Because I wouldn't like that either. Like if I saw someone do that, I would give him the side eye. For sure. I'd be like, is this person really putting their feet on the freaking seat? I mean, she said she put her jacket there, so whatever. But honestly, I don't get why he would follow her around just telling her to put her bag away. Like, that's just creepy behavior now. Like, okay, you get your point across once and that's done. Alright? But you don't follow someone around the freaking empty train carriage and tell them to move their stuff because you want to sit next to them because you feel like they're entitled. No, he's just creepy. I've had this situation happen to me before as well. Not someone following me around because I put my bag on the chair, but someone sitting next to me when the entire carriage was empty. It's just like, why would you sit next to me when there's like 20 seats free? Oh my god, that makes me mad. But at the same time, it also makes me scared. So like, you know, people, or men in general, if you see that the train is empty, don't sit next to someone else. Context: I just turned 21 years old last month and I have spent the last few birthdays by myself due to being in college. About a month before my birthday, my mum and I are sitting in the living room and she asks me, "What do you want to do for your birthday this year?" I told her that it didn't matter as long as I got to spend it with her, seeing as I was away at college for the last 2 years. I took a year off to help with family and to take care of my mental health. A week later, she tells me that she found a VR place that was open for my birthday and made reservations for us to go, which I was ecstatic about. She knew how much I loved VR and her making the reservation was a good thing. A few days before my birthday, she calls me from her job and tells me she cancelled our reservation to go on a date night with her boyfriend. When I asked her why, she said it was the only day they could get a table for the restaurant. I told her she made a promise to spend my birthday with me and now she's breaking it. She then said to get over it and spend the day with my girlfriend. My girlfriend works for a cruise line and is out of the country until July. I ended up spending my birthday alone and made a post on social media calling my mum out for abandoning me on a milestone birthday. My family is now divided. Half are siding with me and the others are saying I'm selfish and went too far making the post. I haven't taken it down yet, so am I the ass here? Wow. Honestly, I feel like the only reason they did that because their emotions got in the way, right? And you don't really think straight. You're just angry at that moment, you're sad at that moment, and you just want to vent. And if you feel like you can't vent to anyone else because everyone is gone, you go to social media and vent. That's just how people's brains work these days. I mean, honestly though, I get why he did that because He was trying to tell his mom how he felt and his mom just disregarded his feelings. So the only way he thought to get his feelings across was to post it on social media. Because technically he did try to solve it privately, but then his mom didn't want to talk anymore and she was like, get over it. So I can see why he took this as like the last resort to try to get it to his mom. This happened at a potluck. I brought a dish that was tofu stir-fried with minced pork, ginger and spring onions. Everything was fine except when someone asked me if my dish was halal. I said no, it has pork. That's when Jen overheard and freaked out that she ate meat. And it turns out a lot of other vegetarians ate my dish assuming it was vegetarian. For the rest of the party, I've had so many people, including non-vegetarians, tell me I'm an asshole for putting meat in a vegetarian dish. But this is a dish I grew up with. Tofu for me is just an ingredient, not strictly a meat substitute. Also, no one asked me if my dish was vegetarian. So, am I the ass here or are people just overreacting? Oh dude, I don't think they were wrong at all because no one asked him. You know, like just because you see tofu in a dish doesn't mean you assume that it's a vegetarian dish. Like if you're vegetarian yourself, you have your own responsibility to ask someone, oh, is this dish vegetarian because I don't eat meat? Just like how when you go in a store, you make sure that the dish you're ordering has no meat and it's vegetarian. You don't just assume if you're ordering a dish that everyone knows you're vegetarian and what they bring out a vegetarian dish for you. And tofu, really? So many Asian dishes have tofu in them and they're not vegetarian. So no, this person is not wrong because it's not their responsibility to find out whether everyone is vegetarian or not. Alright, if you're vegetarian, you make it known that you're vegetarian and you make sure that the dish you're eating is vegetarian. I have an older sister and a younger sister. Jen made our lives a living hell. She was rude, reckless, a liar, a thief, everything. She refused to go to therapy and fought our mum every step of the way. None of us could have nice things because Jen would ruin them all the moment. She got into a screaming match with Chloe when she was 11 and Jen was 22. There's so much more she's done, but it's very personal. She was a bad person, full stop. She had a screaming match with her sister when her sister was 11 and she was 22. Oh my god, Jen, grow the F up. You're 22. Why are you screaming with the kid? Oh my gosh. Jeez. Yeah, but you already know Jen is in the wrong here. I don't gotta read the whole story. Over the past 3 months, she's been making an effort to reconnect with the family. Chloe is full no contact, but me and mum have been seeing her. I feel like she's been lying to her therapist because she's been told she was the scapegoat. I was the invisible child and Chloe was a golden child. This couldn't be further from the truth. I will admit, at the height of Jen's spiral, mum did assume everything bad was caused by Jen, but that was because it had been years of the same destructive pattern of behavior. Like, yes, Jen, you're an alcoholic. Of course she's going to assume it was you who stole her booze. Or assuming she got fired from her job due to her attitude, which is why she got fired from every job beforehand. Or assuming she was being brought home by the police because she regularly breaks the law. This was never mum being malicious. But when that's what you've come to expect over nearly 10 years, you're going to make a snap judgment. Jen and her fiance met with me to have coffee and she brought this up, and I'll admit, I laughed in her face. She asked what was wrong and I said, scapegoat? Seriously? Jen, I'm glad you're getting better, but you were a piece of shit growing up. She got really upset and said she was trying to reach out. I said I appreciated it, but she has to acknowledge how much hurt she caused everyone. She ended up storming out and sent me a text saying she's not going to be disrespected like that and that it took her years to realize the family's dynamic. Oof, another person playing victim. Wow, you hurt everyone and now you want everyone to forgive you, and when no one wants to forgive you, you're going to be like, but I tried. Whether people want to forgive you or not, that's up to them, not you, okay? So you can't be the one crying when no one wants to forgive you because you're a terrible person. Honestly though, I feel like this is a common feeling for bullies. You know, like they cause people pain and then they try to play the victim and they're like, you know, but I just grew up in a bad family and I was just hurt a lot. That's why I hurt other people. Okay. That does not excuse you at all though. Now piss off. I'm glad though that Jen is going to therapy though, but if you're going to be lying to your therapist and saying that nobody likes you and you're the scapegoat and you're the victim in all of this, it's not going to work out because you aren't going to realize who you are. The fact that she's just trying to get someone to feel bad for her. You want to realize what's actually wrong. If you're going to lie about your own problems, how the hell are you going to get better? Oh my gosh. I have a twin sister who passed away almost a year ago. She was my best friend, and losing her felt like I lost a part of myself, and it feels like a part of me is missing. I have been in therapy, which helped me a lot. My parents, though, haven't been doing well. They argue a lot, which rarely ever happened before. It has made being at home difficult. Being a twin means my sister and I share a birthday. Yesterday was our birthday, and I ended up missing school because I didn't think I would have been able to concentrate. My parents understood, so they let me stay home. They didn't wish me a happy birthday though, or buy me a present. They knew what day it was though, so I kinda just laid in bed all day. A few hours after the normal time school got out, a few close friends of both my sister came over with cupcakes, balloons, and presents. It honestly made me so happy my friends did that. We were in the basement just hanging out and talking when my mum yelled for me to come upstairs. She asked what was going on, and I explained what happened. She said, "I can't believe I want to celebrate without my sister." I said, "Well, it's my birthday too, and I miss my sister so much. Today's been really hard for me, but you and Dad act like today just isn't our birthday. You still have me. You should still acknowledge I'm here and try to support me." She got more mad and called me selfish. We haven't talked since. It was very hard having my birthday without my twin, but to help me, I feel like I just can't act like this day isn't happening. Plus, I know my twin would want me to still celebrate. Dang, the parents are terrible. Like, I understand that they're still going through grief and they miss their kid, but you want to lose another kid? No freaking way. Like, you lost one of your kids already, and you're gonna want to ruin your relationship with your only kid. That's interesting. Like, what are the parents thinking? If anything, they should be celebrating even like more, you know, and showing this person how much they mean to them, instead of just being like, oh, you don't exist anymore because your twin doesn't exist. That's upsetting. And I also feel like the parents need therapy too, because I feel like they're not coping with this well at all, and they could really ruin the relationship with their own kid. So yeah, well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are, and as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.